As, as usual, we will chant the Gita Dhyanam because it is called Dhyanam meditation. So, we are now going to meditate on Bhagavad Gita. What is the Bhagavad Gita? The teaching of Sri Krishna. Then what we are going to meditate on? On the teaching. What is this teaching? That teaches us the truth. What is that truth? That is Brahman. Ultimately, it goes like this: the Brahman is the truth. Now, Shankaracharya, he is asking a question: why one should study Gita? And then he is giving the answer, and he is telling Shoko Mohadi Samsara Karana Nirvityartham. Shoko Mohadi, the two words he has used. Shoko means sorrows, miseries, suffering. And Mohadi, why this suffering comes? Because of delusion. It is called Moha. The Shoka and Moha, again and again in Sanskrit, again and again in Indian languages, these two words have been used. The Shoko Mohadi. Shoka means the misery, the cause of misery is delusion. What is the delusion? It is not confusion, it is delusion. What is the delusion? The delusion is we are seeing something on other thing. We are seeing white, but we are thinking it is black. We are seeing the Atman, we are seeing the God, we are realizing or feeling over that. Now, we see the desert, and over the desert nothing but the sand, but we see the water, we see camels, we see the tents, we see the trees, we see the people, all those things we are seeing on plain desert. So, that is called delusion. Because of this delusion, Shoka. So, these are the two causes, and that is why we should study Bhagavad Gita. Now, let us begin with this, offering our salutation to God. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaita Amrita Varshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadhyashadhyayinim Ambatvam Anusandadami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim. Now, why the misery? Why the suffering? Why all this sorrow? Because of this world. And why? The world is all right for us, but world is transitory, temporary, constantly moving. But because of the moha, because of the delusion, because of the wrong knowledge, we are trying to accept it as permanent. Thing that is totally temporary, we are trying to imagine that it is permanent. And because of this suffering, and that is why the God, Lord Himself, the Sri Krishna himself is giving us that training, that coaching, that knowledge. So it says Advaita Amrita. And we will try to understand, we will try to see what is called Advaita. But before that, as because the God took the human form, took all trouble for us to guide us, we are offering our salutation to God. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Charnu Ramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagat Gurum. The Guru, the preceptor, the teacher of the whole world, he is giving us the teaching. How? By punishing and by rewarding. He is punishing the Kamsha, a demonical person, a demon, Kamsha. Why he is demon? Because he is selfish. He only wants to live himself. Though he knew that someday his death is coming, inevitable. Even then, the moment he heard that the 8th child of his own sister is going to kill him, immediately, without any hesitation, without any thought, second thought, he wanted to kill her. So much of selfishness, so much of possessiveness in the body, and he is thinking, suppose I kill that boy, the 8th one, then I will survive. How long he will survive? So he has no patience. That's why he is demon. Why demonic? What is the difference between demon, the devil, and the God? These two only. One is selfish, another is unselfish. One thinks only about himself, another thinks about others. So these are the two. Now we were studying the second chapter, that's called Samkhya Yoga. First chapter we have already studied, and there the despondency, all the misery because of the attachment. So that we have already discussed. Now in the second chapter, Samkhya Yoga, this yoga through knowledge. Yoga means union. Union with whom? Union with God. What will happen if I am united with God? Whatever you wishes, that will be fulfilled. Whatever you wish, all the wishes will be fulfilled. I want lot of money, I want name, I want fame. Everything will be given if I am attached with God. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he is telling that if you somehow can go near to the landlord, a rich man, a king, then whatever you want, he will give you. You want little money, you want little position, a job or something, king has plenty. King can give you. But only thing, you have to have a relation as a friendship with the king. So similarly, if we can realize God, then all these things will come. But again, our seniors, our teachers, our spiritual gurus, they say, do not ask anything that is temporary. If you go to God, He is ready to give you everything and He can give it. But if you are asking something which is temporary, you will suffer. There are so many stories are there. One person, after a lot of prayer, when the God was happy with him and said, what do you want? Bless me. The whatever I touch with my hands become gold. You know that story. And then he was suffering. Even his food was becoming gold. His little daughter, she became gold. and then that suffering. So that's why how the God helps us? Buddhi yogam, by giving the real proper thinking capacity. This thinking capacity sometimes that creates problem. Now we came to this position where Sri Krishna, who was actually loving, caring, taking all possible care to help Arjuna, and when Arjuna was in despondency, one in a difficulty because he was thinking what to do, what not to do, then he was giving him this knowledge. What is that knowledge? The 20th sloka of the 2nd chapter. The knowledge of the self. And what is the self? Na jayate mriyate va kadachin nayam bhutva bhavita vana bhuyah ajo nitya shashyatuyam purano nahanyate hanyamane sharire Veda vinashinam nityam ya enam ajamabhayam katham sa purusha partha kam ghatayati hantikam. Now he said, previously also we have studied, the Lord has already said. Now here on the 20th sloka of the 2nd chapter he said, na jayate yohi abhutva bhavita. What is the birth? The jayate means the birth. It's not born. What is that birth? Abhutva hi bhavita. That which was not before, now taking the form or becoming, is called birth. Something was not there, now it is taking the shape, is the birth. It is not like that. This is not the God, this is Brahman. God is much lower than the conception of the Brahman. The Brahman is all pervading consciousness. As because it is not possible for the ordinary people to have that conception. So the Mahat, then Ishvara. So this conception is coming down. The Ishvara, then comes the Bhagavan. This Bhagavan can take the form, then come the Avatara, then the Mahapurusha. So like this, one after another coming down. Totally everywhere, all pervading that consciousness. Now when the scientists, they are telling it is possible to send your voice immediately, the moment you are speaking, that can be heard at the other end of the world. They have calculated, they know, but hypothesis. They are only thinking that it is possible, calculation, it is possible. Now slowly they are making it possible. How? All these machineries come. Then we sit before in a camera, the TV is recording my voice and immediately throwing the voice and the picture to every corner, nook and corner of the world. Now it is possible. So it is coming down, the conception that is everywhere, it is abstract. And from that abstract, slowly it is taking shape. Similarly, this Brahman, that conception, abstract conception, it is everywhere. And to make it understandable, it says that na jayate, it never was born, it's not taking any form. Why? Because it is already there. You cannot say it was not there. it has been, now it is there, so that is not. Yo he, yo, anything, he, abhutva. Abhutva means previously it was not there. Bhavita, now it is there, so that is called jayate. Mriyate, exactly opposite. It was there, now it is not there, so it is called mriyate. The jayate and mriyate, the birth and the death. This is the only difference. The janma and mrityu, birth and death. What is birth? It is coming up. What is death? It is not. So, like the flow of water, suddenly a bubble comes up because of the air, and the water takes the form of a bubble. Now it is floating. Jayate, janma, srishti. Now that bubble suddenly burst. Again it goes to water and air. So this is the total conception. Now it says, na jayate mriyate ba kadachin. Any time. No, that time, at the time of our great grandfather, it was there. No, it is not. It was all through same. So, kadachin, na ayam bhutva bhavita vana bhuya. Again it is repeating. The bhavita will be, or it will won't be. It is also not like that. Then it says aja. Aja, that it is not taking the birth. Aja, aja. So, ajatvad. Aja means the never took form, never was born. So, Shankaracharya's guru's guru, and he said, ajatvad. We are all same, we are all God. We never been over here like this. Is all mistake. Now that is a conception. That is an idea. That is a philosophy. Ajatavad. And it is so subtle, so difficult to understand. So the Shankaracharya brought it down up to Advaita. Okay, it is possible. So all this Ajatavad. So na jayate mriyate. So this way it is. Shashvata, Nitya, Aja, all these words he is using to tell that it is never born, it is ever and ever and ever. That Jesus was calling the God as Father. Sri Ramakrishna called the same God as Mother. And suppose I call him as uncle, no problem. Friend, no problem. So if I call God as my friend, it is also no problem. The same thing. Only I am calling in different names. Just I am giving some different adjectives. That's all. So here it says, na jayate mriyate. Atman is neither born nor does it die. Coming into being, ceasing to be not. Unborn, eternal, constant and ancient. It is not killed when the body is slain. So this is, so Shankaracharya is telling in an excellent way, Ata abbayasya asya brahmana vinasham na kaschit kartum arhati. Na kaschit atmanam vinashayitum shaknoti. Then he added Ishara api. Even the God, the most powerful God, Ishvara, all powerful. What is God? All powerful, all merciful, all pervading. So all these adjectives we are using. Ishvara is all powerful. So all powerful God, can God kill Atman? It says no, that is not possible. Why? It's a long argument. Because It is Bhivu. What is that Bhivu? All pervading. Suppose there is a flow of air. Now I am taking it in a plastic can, and when that air entered, I just close it. Does it mean I have controlled the air? I have blocked the air? I have arrested the air? No. It's a very, very small, minutest portion of the air. Air is everywhere. Akasha. So we call Akasha, we call the air. Why? Because it is all pervading. But even it is not. A little distance, after that air is there. After that there is nothing. Even the Akasha, the space, also has a limit. So like this, when we call like this, so it cannot explain that it is so vast, everywhere. As because we won't be able to understand that, so the great personalities, spiritual personalities, they gave us some concrete example like the father, the mother, and the Hindus, they went to explain it through so many different idols, so many varieties of idols. So this is called Atman. Veda vinasinam nityam yainam ajamabhayam katham sa purusa partha kam ghatayati antikam. Now the Krishna is telling to Arjuna, when you know about this, you are sure you know that you cannot kill anyone and no one can kill you. But I am killing, I am slaying. What is that? Then he says it is the body. You are not killing the Atman, it is killing the body. Like now, in the present age, it has become so easy for us to explain, giving the example that if I am breaking a bulb, I am not stopping the electric flow. Electricity is already there, but I am only breaking the bulbs. If I break a bulb, that particular bulb is off. There is no electricity, or it is not burning. There is no light, that much. Similarly, they say in the 22nd sloka, Basam Sijirinani Yatha Bihaya Nabani Grinhati Naroparani Tatha Sharirani Bihaya Jirinani Anyani Sanyati Navani Dehi. Is giving that example, and a unique example, and that we know. Basamsi. Basamsi means the dresses. Jirnani, when it becomes old. Yatha, as. Bihaya, we give away, we throw it. Navani Grinnati. Navani means the new. Grinnati, we accept. Similarly, when the body becomes old, we throw it, we give it away and accept a new one. The moment you understand this, immediately the fear of death is over. I am going to survive. I am going to survive. That conception that I am only going to change my body doesn't matter anything. The tremendous courage comes. And that is why even the Prince, I have forgotten the name, Edward, someone from Great Britain, he was telling, once he mentioned, we have to learn from the Hindus how they could conquer the fear of death. It's not like there are many, many heroes who goes out to fight and there is no fear of death. It's not that type of fear. Here, they know I am eternal. So that's why they are fearless. As a man casting off the worn out garments and puts on the new one, so the embodied casting off the worn out bodies entered into another. There's a new one. Then again it is telling, Nainam chindanti shastrani. Nainam dahati pavakaha. Nachainam kledayantapo. Na shoshayati marutaha. Acheddoyam adayoyam akledya ashosya evacha nitya sarvagata sthanu achaloyam sanatanaha. Same word again and again they are using. Sanatana, eternal. Nitya, eternal. Sthanu is not moving anywhere. It's just fixed in one place. Sthanu, but everywhere. Where it will go? Because it is already everywhere. Sthanu. And there is no achaloyam, it do not move. Where to move? It is already full. Where to move? And sarvagata. So same meaning, a different word you are using. Why again and again the same thing is going on repeating? Because by that way, giving an idea that should be completely imprinted, understood clearly by us, that God is everywhere. The God is all pervading. So then there will be no problem. And again in the 23rd sloka, Nainam chindanti shastrani. Here it mentioned, even nothing can cut it. Weapons cannot hit it, cut it. The water, the air, the fire, nothing can touch it. This is a very special type of thing. So that is why it says, now it goes to 25th sloka. Abhyaktoyam achintoyam avikarya ayamochyate tasmadevam viditvainam nanu shochitumarhati. We are constantly thinking, we are in grief. Why? We think that we have lost many things. And when we are thinking in that way, we have lost our childhood, we have lost our young days, we have lost many of our friends, we have lost many of our relatives, we have lost many things in our life, and we are grieving. But the thing is, it is all coming and going away. It is a passing. So many times this the same thing is going on, happening. But we are constantly trying to hold it, as if we are trying to catch the air by two hands. And we are thinking that we have hold it. But no, it is not there. So this way, going on, trying and becoming, and we are suffering because of that. And that is unmanifested. It is not manifested. How can you hold it? It's not manifested. And some people in our country, they go and enroll a child's name in a famous school, and great demand for admission. So the child which is not born yet, they go and enroll it, and they give a fictitious name. If my child is born, then I will bring that child over here when he is 5 years or 6 years. So from now onwards, before the birth, I am registering, and he pay the amount. This is the business. It goes on like this. Every time, abhyaktoyam, unmanifested, it is not manifested at all. This is unthinkable, achinta. Achinta, we cannot think of it also. Why? The moment we are thinking something, we need three things: time, space, and causation. Anything that we are thinking, it comes within these three. Beyond this, we cannot think. We cannot imagine. We are boasting that we have found out this, we have discovered this, we are reaching to the Mars and so many other things. There are so many other things also left which we cannot even think of. Impossible to think. Only we can realize. How? By striving, by trying. But at the same time, we are trying, but at the same time, if it is God or something, we may call it God, yami vaishe brinute tena labhya. If that particular thing manifests before me, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna giving a wonderful example. It is a dark night, and one person is bringing a flashlight, and the light is going forward, so he can see everything. So there's another person who was there. He told, "I like to see you. Who are you carrying the flashlight? Will you please turn the light on you?" That much we can do. What is all the spiritual life? We go to mosque, we go to church, we go to synagogue, we go to temples, we are fasting, we are bathing, so many things we are doing for what? Only to ask, will you please turn the light on you? I like to see you. That's all. All this all this tapasya, all this austerity, all the spiritual practices are nothing but a prayer. O Mighty One, will you please reveal yourself before me? That's all. And nothing else. And that is the reason, as because it is all pervading, the Hindus goes before a tree and they worship a tree. All others may be laughing, but that person knows the God is in this tree also. No problem. And he goes on, not to the tree, to that wonderful, unthinkable, unspeakable spirit, we can say, all pervading Atman. Will you please manifest? And the tree speaks. It's no miracle. It is the truth. Why? Yame vaishe brinute tena labhya. In whatever way it needs, it can manifest. Only thing, you have to go on praying, and that much you can do, and nothing more. Sometimes some people, they will say, I am holier than thou, you should not enter over here. Foolish. Total foolishness. The moment you say that I am advanced in spiritual life, I am close to the God, I have seen God, I have only heard and no one can hear Him, doubtful. Only thing we can say, yes, I have a conception, I went on praying, will you please turn the light on you? And I have seen in a flash that wonderful thing. I cannot explain, but I am totally complete in that one flash of the revelation. And I tell you, please try, go on praying, and you can also get that vision. So that is called, here it says, abhyaktoyam achintoyam. It is unmanifested and you cannot think about it. Abhikarya ayam uchyate, unchangeable, that is, they say. So therefore, having known viditva, having known this, anushochitim arhasi, why you are grieving? You are not supposed to. Then it says in the 26th sloka, atha chainam nitya jatam nityam va manyase mritam tathapi tvam mahabaho nainam shochitum arhasi. Now Sri Krishna giving another argument. He was giving the philosophical, now a little bit of practical. Okay, he says. And why these? Because it is very difficult to understand the Atman. Very, very difficult. What is Brahman like? Sri Ramakrishna said, it cannot be defined with words. Here it says, unmanifested, achintya, unthinkable, and unchangeable, all this. And Sri Ramakrishna said, it cannot be defined with words. We can define God. We can define to some extent Ishvara. But in the Patanjali Yoga Darshan, Patanjali Rishi has given a definition of Ishvara. Swami Vivekananda has given a definition of God. But about the Atman, about the Brahman, no one can give. So they say, you go and test. Unless and until you go over there, it is impossible to describe. That's why one may be called upon to explain what the ocean is like to a person who has never seen it. The expounder can at the best say it is vast sea of water. Defining Brahman is much more difficult. Long back, 1975-76, I was in a place called that Shillong. Perhaps many of you know the capital of Meghalaya, and another town of the Meghalaya is Cherrapunji. Is also very famous because of the heavy rainfall. There they have seen the rain, but they have not seen ocean. This is all, they are tribal people, and it is land bound. It is all hilly, so they have not seen the ocean. So when in the classroom, sometimes the teacher is speaking about the ocean, they will be asking, what is this ocean? Then the teacher will scratch his head and say, it's like the sky, It's like the sky. How the two sky will be? Ocean is here, there is also sky, and above, both the skies. So I told, why don't you show the picture? So we showed them the picture of ocean. Over that, the huge ship is just like a small, like a toy. When they saw it, they have a wonderful language. They say, it is not, in their own language. Oh my God, it is so beautiful. Unless and until you see the ocean, even in the picture when they saw the ocean, they were shouting, it is not. It is not means beautiful. And you cannot explain it like that. Even by seeing them. And when a person is there by the shore of the sea, he can see, he can touch, he can go. And now if you are going by the ship inside that, the beauty unspeakable. So that's why the more and more and more you go near to that Atman, Brahman, Ishvara, God, that much of joy, and you don't need anything. Again and again you like to go over there. The people who go for meditation, they like meditation, they practice meditation. And after that, if you ask them to give a post, very high responsibility, you will get all these things they don't like. Why? Meditation itself is a wonderful charm. Simply they are sitting in one place and they are going in somewhere, they are lost in somewhere. When they collect their mind and come back again, and they are in so much of joy, and nothing in this world can give them that joy. Think of it, comparing with that little joy, the joy of the Brahman. And that's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna was telling, how can I explain you the joy of God? Each and every point of your body will enjoy. So much so, enjoyment is so much, most of the people cannot bear it. Cannot bear it. So that much joy. And it is true. So that is the reason why people, they go for dharma. Say this is Atma Akarma. Shankaracharya is giving the 13 points, the why Brahman or Atman is ever present. Now, Shankaracharya, he is a philosopher. His argument is Advaita. There is no two, there is only one. And in that argument, he is giving many. I will just give you an example. He is telling Atma, Akarma, Abhaya. Akarma is not doing any work. And that is why Kriya Nirodhat, as because it is not doing anything, no action and the result of the action can bind it. This is the argument. When you are thinking, you are acting. There again, that game, some people are playing, some people are shouting, they are cheering, some people are playing, some people are observing, some people are judging, each and everyone is doing some action. And those who are not present in that game, even if they are lying down on their bed and thinking about the game, there is also action. So actionlessness, impossible. What you are doing now? No, I am free, I am not doing anything. Wrong. I was thinking, I was sleeping, I was trying to sleep, I was doing something. You cannot say akarma. It is impossible. Only Brahman is akarma. That is the subtlest point of the Vedanta. Atma akarma abhaya. Why kriya virodhat? Then why kriya? Kriya means the action. Virodhat, against. There is no action. Why atma kriya? Why there is no action? Dvaita abhavat. This is unique. Those who study this philosophy, this is very beautiful, you know. Some people, those who love mathematics, I cannot think of how they can love mathematics. As because, I don't know, but the mathematicians, they take joy in doing mathematics. And the philosophers, they take joy in explaining things in a very wonderful way. Atman has no action. As because there is no action, there is no result. As because there is no action and result, it is not bound. This is that. And why there is no action? Because there is no two. When it is only one, there is no action. I am liking whom? Somebody else. So Dvaita, second person is there, so liking. I am hating. Why? There's two. Sometimes some people, if we call him, what you are doing today, have you prepared anything for lunch? Swamiji, I am all alone, what to prepare for myself? As because I am alone, no Dvaita, so even I am not liking to cook for myself. No action. If there are some people, I invite some friends, relatives, neighbors, then I am cooking, action. When all alone, something I will munch, I will go to bed. So like that, action depends on Dvaita. There should be two. As because there is no two, Atman all pervading alone, there is no action. Atma Advaita. Because no two, so Advaita. Why Atma Advaita? Nirabhayatvat Advaita. There is no two. A means negative, Dvaita means two. Why it is not two? Because it has no form. As because it is not having any form, so there is no two. Then third, why it is Nirabhaya? Why this is not having any figure? Vibhutvat, Vibhutvat, Vibhu. Vibhu means all pervading. Because it is all pervading, it is not having any form. Why it is Vibhutva? Why it is all pervading? Because Desha Kala Nimitta Abhavat. So that way 13 points it goes. 13 steps. Desha Kala Nimitta. Desha means that is the particular place. Kala, time. Nimitta, cause. Time, space and causation. There is no time, there is no cause. When I am planning to go to Trinidad Tobago, they have invited me, a group of people. Someone heard and he said, Swamiji, you are going there? I was there and so time, etc. As because he was there in some time, some place, some people he knows like this, so he could explain why he was there. So time, place and causation. So that is you can explain. There is no time limit. There is no particular place where God is. And that is the reason sometimes some people say the temple is a very holy place. Is the temple is the only holy place? There is no other holy place? Who say? That is the argument. Even in the Islam, there is a fraction called Sufi. The Sufi, they call themselves mystics. Why? Because they realize God, they feel God, and at almost like the Advaita. And one of the famous Sufi is Zafar. His name was Zafar. And in mostly they write 2-3 lines, couplets, and they explain their philosophy. And here the Zafar is telling, I was drinking wine sitting in the mosque. Now some people came and they drove me out. Hey, this is a holy place. You cannot drink wine sitting in the holy place. Now the Zafar, he is giving the argument, शराब पीने दे जाफर को मस्जिद में बैठकर. Those who understand Hindi will enjoy. It's a beautiful शराब पीने दे जाफर को मस्जिद में बैठकर. Masjid is that place, the prayer place for the Muslim, and बैठकर by sitting allows Zafar, the person, to take wine sitting in the masjid. Barna, Otherwise, ye jaga bata, tell me the place where khuda na ho, jahan khuda na ho. Tell me a place where there is no God. Wherever I go, I see God. One person came to Dakshineshwar and he was behaving very peculiarly, but just like a mad person. People were afraid, but at the same time, he was having something special. He was dirty. He was eating things from the garbage, and picking up the food from the garbage and eating. But there was something, some attraction. The moment he came, all people were following him. The attraction of God. Whenever the God reveals in the heart of someone, all people are attracted. And the revelation may be in different form. That's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, whenever someone is praised by many, know it for sure. Whatever the qualification, maybe a painter, a singer, an actor, whatever. Any manifestation of the power is the power of God. That's why people are attracted. So these attracted, sometimes people are afraid. No, attracted. So this person came, people were attracted, they were following him, and the attendant of the Sri Ramakrishna, he also noticed, he also saw, he came running to report to this thing up to Sri Ramakrishna. He saw from distance and told, go and ask. How I will know that I have Brahma Jnana, I have realized the Brahman? Then that person told, he went and asked, and the person turned and replied, when the dirty water and the holy water will be same to you, that is the time you will understand that you have realized Brahman. There is no difference. So we can understand some people, they really understand it. So this is their call, abhyaktoyam, achintoyam, abhikaryayam uchyate, tasmad evam vidittainam nanu sochitumarasi. So why you are grieving, my friend? Why you are thinking that you are going to kill someone? Why you are thinking that somebody will kill you? So this is the argument. It goes like this. And afterwards, again, another argument, how Krishna knew, or the other people who realized Brahman knew it. Suddenly some people will say, one person that day he was lecturing, I have seen my past life, and I have seen my present life, I have seen my future life. Claiming, no, just simply you are claiming. Can you prove it? You have to prove it. Otherwise, how it is? So that is they call it, Vedanta, they say, pramana. Pramana means you have to prove it. Pramana means prove. And how to prove it? Then again they say, pramana means proving. How to prove? They say there are 6 steps of pramana. So that is the speciality of the Hindu religion. Just someone said and we are following? No. And they don't allow also, never encourages also, just to follow the words. No. You should develop that type of argument, that type of understanding. So what is that pramana? They say first is pratyaksha, direct perception. Then anumana, inference. Then upamana, compare. Then apta, the words. Arthapatti, either praise or criticism. Stutvarthabad or nindabad. Then anupalabdhi, non-realization. Upalabdhi, realization. feeling. Not feeling even also a pramana. That's also a proof. Now, this is the unique way. The moment someone say there is no God, that means he knows God. Why? Because the moment I say there is no horse, that means I have the conception of horse. If you don't have the conception of horse, how will you know that there is no horse? The moment you say there is no God, that means indirectly you are accepting you know God. Again, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna through a story is telling one person was worshipping goddess Kali, and he put the yagya upavita, the thread, the brahmanas they usually use, on the mother. But their conception is that the ladies, the girls, they don't wear it. Another person came and told, hey, you are worshipping the mother, goddess Kali. How come that you are using the thread on her? The mothers, the girls, the ladies do not wear it. Immediately this person went and offered pranam. You have realized. Otherwise, how you will know the mother is not wearing it? You must have seen goddess Kali. So that is called anupalabdhi pramana. The moment you say, I don't understand, I don't believe it, that means you believe it. You know it. So the pratyaksha direct perception. What is the direct perception? Again 5. Through the eyes, through the ear, and through the nose, through the touch, through the tongue. Taste. So this is called, again, I will just give you some little, that philosophy goes so deep and deep. Now again they say the pramana has 8 defects. Pratyaksha pramana is having 8 defects. What are those? Ati duratta. If it is very far, then even when you are looking at it, it may not be perfectly the same thing. Ati duratva. See how correct it is. When the lunar eclipse, when we are looking at it, suddenly the moon is nowhere. But it was there. Only we could not see. So that is called ati duratva. Now we think that we can catch the moon like this. It is only just within I can hold it in one hand. It is only this much. Wrong. We think that even the sun we can hold in 2 hands, is no problem. Wrong. You are seeing it, but even your conception is wrong. Why? Because of the distance. Ati duratva. Though I am seeing it, but I am seeing wrongly. Look at it. This is called Indian philosophy. They go every step. Pramana, you say, unless and until I see you in my own eyes, I won't believe. Arey bhai, brother, even your eyes can deceive you. So this is called 1. Ati samipya. Ati duratva, far away. Ati samipya. Something is so close to you, touching your nose, you cannot see. If it is so close to you, even then you cannot see it properly. Then it's called indriya apatuta. And sometimes there is a funny story. Sorry. So I am just remembering that. One Swamiji, he wanted to show something. I think that was the beginning of the satellite in our country. The first satellite that was launched by the Indian government. Everybody was excited. The India has launched a satellite. Then we came to know that satellite will cross this particular area and everyone can see. We were in Calcutta, in Advaita Asrama, and that Swamiji was so enthusiastic to see that satellite, he was watching the sky. And suddenly he saw that something is passing. It is the satellite. And he was calling us, hey, come, the satellite is going, satellite. Then one Swamiji, he came, Shantarupanandaji, many of you know him. Shantarupananda, always funny. He came and he saw, then he told, I couldn't see. How come? You couldn't see? It's just over there. Then he said, oh my God, I forgot to bring my specs, my glasses. I forgot to bring my glasses, so I can't see. And that Swamiji told, 1 hour I am watching, and then I called you to show it to you, and you came without your glasses. Now you go and pick it up and come back, but that time it will go. So that is if your eyes are not perfect, even if you look at it with your own eyes, you won't be seeing the thing properly. So they say, Indriya apatuta, then amano yoga. Amano yoga, you are not having the concentration. Look at it. If you are not having the concentration, you won't understand. So we are listening to the teacher, looking at him, and quietly we are sitting, but the teacher can understand by seeing my eyes, the back and look, hey, what you are thinking? You are not listening to me. What did I say? What did you say? So, sorry. All my senses are there. One thing is absent. What is that? Mind. Here also, I am sorry, it is taking time. And one Swamiji was very particular, There we don't have much money, and sometimes in the organization, they give 1 month leave or 15 days leave. The Swamis who are working very hard, within this 15 days they like to go out and see places. So he got only 200 rupees, and he wanted to travel many places, and he was a big engineer, IBM engineer. So naturally very the way, and I went, and he was excited. He wanted to explain it to me. I went to meet another Swami in the same room, and he found me. He told, hey, sit over here. See, if you are properly planning with little money and few days, you can touch so many places. Then he started with Howrah station. There's a railway station. And then that many of American people don't understand perhaps, the mosquito net. You know the mosquito net? Then in India it is an inevitable thing before sleep. So the mosquito net was there. So he was showing me, see, over the mosquito net, with the finger. So this is Howrah, right? And okay. Now if you go to this place, this place, this place, this place, so all these places you can go within 1 or 2 days. Then from there to see, then I was looking at that, but I was thinking, when that other Swami will come, I have to finish, I have to go away. Though I was looking, but I was not listening. And it was only 5 feet distance where he was in that bed, I was here. He understood that I am not listening. Then he said, hey, what is this? That means the place that he uttered, the name of the place, I told mosquito net. Because I forgot that actually he was showing the route, and he was showing how it is things are going on. I forgot all those things because I was not attentive, and immediately he shouted, my God, almost 15 minutes I am explaining, you are not listening. I have reached to Delhi. Is it? Oh, that's good. So like that only it goes. All my ear, my eye, my everything, all were present. Mind was absent. Look at it. And it says pratyaksha. You say we want to see, even by seeing, by hearing, by touching, by tasting. Do you think you will understand it? No. Because it is very, very difficult. Ati duratva, because of the far distance. Ati samipya, because of the so near. Indriya apatuta, because your senses are not perfect, or manoyoga, inadvertent, not attentive. Sukshmatva, very, very subtle, very difficult to understand. Sukshmatva. Vyavadhana, the vision. And then abhinava, that means imposition, and samana vihara, that is mixture. As because it has been mixed, it is difficult to find out. So all these 8 defects are there even in pratyaksha. Now how can you say that I have seen God? Only your character will speak. Only thing is character. And what is that character? That's why we accept Jesus, we accept Buddha, we accept Sri Ramakrishna, we accept Shankaracharya, but not all. There are hundreds, they are claiming that we have realized God. We don't accept them. Why? Character. Sri Ramakrishna said, you must observe the holy man daytime, night-time, that means every moment, then accept his words. So, come and observe me and accept. Now we are almost late, 10 minutes. So we will close over here. The next day again we will study. So up to 25th we have completed, from 26th onwards. And we usually do by offering our respect to that God who became a personal God, took the human form, but in reality He is all pervading Chaitanya, consciousness. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Maruta Stunnanti Divyais Tabais Vedai Sangha Padakramo Upanishadai Gayanti Yam Samaga Dhyana Bastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyantiyam Yogino Yasyantamna Vidu Sura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om.